So we're back here on Couch Coach Live. Welcome to the 2 hour ride. It's Couch Coach Live. We're here Friday night under the lights here at the Den here at Legacy Internet Radio, LegacyInternetRadio.com, where independence is the key to building your legacy. Man, we got a great show tonight, man. And of course, we're part of the Legacy Media Group. Got my man Sean Lover of A New Balance. September 2nd.
Say it again.
New Balance.
That sounds
my man
good.
Sean Lover from A New Balance.
Yeah.
September 2nd.
September 2nd.
LegacyInternetRadio.com. 3:30.
3:30 to 5:30.
Yes.
Check it in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. And also, we got special guests in the building, man.
What is your name, sir?
Yo, my name is Richard Quavers. Yo, what up? What's good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So how was your week, man?
Man, week was great, man. You know, of course, yesterday we caught a nice L yesterday. I know you're gonna, allude to that with the my beloved Washington Redskins did lose yesterday, 23-3.
I thought y'all was coming back. Somebody said on Facebook y'all was coming back.
We can be fine though. It's one of those things. So I think we'll be fine. Going forward, we'll be fine.
Okay.
A lot of things, good things happen. Of course, a lot of people didn't play. Look at a guy like what's his face? I know, right? Dotson didn't play. Also, my guy Jameson Crowder didn't play. Kurt, of course, he had he got sacked a couple matter of fact, in the first series he got sacked. Other than that, I liked Jonathan Allen's play. He got his first sack, of course, and then also my guy Nico Marley. He did his thing. Of course, we know Nico Marley is the grandson of Bob Marley. He's doing this thing. He's one of those type of guys who's on the fringe, and I hope he does make this team. So I'm just looking forward to it. I mean, we did lose, and it was a very ugly game. But for the most part, hey, I mean,
what was you looking at?
I mean, I was looking for just the pure excitement of just seeing the burgundy and gold play football. I just wanted to see how Kurt,
Man, my stomach started hurting.
I wanted to see, my team, my squad play, and I love, the get up, the burgundy jerseys with the.
So that's your sport.
Gold shorts, man. I'm not gold shorts, but the gold pants, man. It's one of the things I was excited to see Redskin football.
Redskins. Are you talking about Matoka High School? You talking about?
No, we're talking about the Washington Redskins who are embarking on their 85th season in the National Football League. But yeah, man.
All right. So that's your sport, football.
Yes.
Okay.
Football and basketball, my sport for the most part.
Okay. Well, you coach, man.
Yeah, man.
So you ready to dive in?
Yeah, man. Let's all in Richard for a sec, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Rich. Actually, Rich is a friend of mine's. We work together.
Yeah.
So, Rich, tell me about yourself.
Well, first off, my name is Richard Quavers. I live on my own. I have my own apartment.
Okay.
I work at Goodwill in Petersburg. Been there strong for 3.5 years.
Okay.
I go to church regularly every Sunday. I volunteer at the pantry, to give back to the community.
Okay.
So, because the community wants to give back to me, so I just feel like I should return the favor.
Okay. Let me ask you, you play sports?
Yes, I play sports. I actually with a team called Special Olympics, every year 16 Colonials.
Okay.
I bowl, and also I do bocce.
Okay.
And for those who don't know what bocce is an Italian game. It's like lawn bowling, basically.
Okay.
Yes, and I went to nationals in 2014, and in New Jersey, matter of fact, and stayed in the dorms. Man, had a time in my life. It was fun.
How many gold medalists? So you silver medalists? How many you got?
Gosh, what to tell you the truth, I hadn't even counted, but I know I have a lot.
You're a beast is what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah, I'm very good competitive. I like to have fun.
Before we end, something happened wonderful you this week. What happened?
Yes, actually, I went to Norfolk and just got back Wednesday, and I had to do a speech.
Okay.
And the speech was about me being independent and moving on my own, and basically doing everything I'm supposed to be doing with support.
Okay.
But I've been there for 1 year, 5 months, and still going strong. So Yeah.
Richard, well, welcome to Couch Coach Live. That is Chris Couch Coach. I am the infamous Sean Love. And we're going to push on, and we about to talk about Mr. Stiff's team.
There you go.
Mr. Cowboy.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right.
So, you know, it was, of course, the top story of the day, which is, I mean, we kind of knew this was going to happen today, actually, that the hammer was actually dropped today. The Ezekiel Elliot investigation pretty much is ended today with Ezekiel, the Cowboys running back, will be serving a 6-game suspension, which of course he is subject to an appeal. He has, I think, 3 business days to appeal it, which I think more likely is going to be appealed for fewer games, but that's just my opinion. And of course, with the 6 games is pretty much for the violation of what they call the NFL's personal conduct policy. So of course, they're citing that, of course, the accusations of domestic violence with his ex-girlfriend, and also the St. Patrick's Day incident where he was on a balcony of a restaurant and he exposed a woman's breast.
Okay.
I mean, you know, this is a family show, so that's what, you know, just keep it out that way. There's a lot of people who are on the fence about it, and I understand there are people. So yes, definitely, checking us out here on Couch Coach Live.
Desiree Smith, how you doing?
What's going on, Dan? Yes, appreciate that. Now the Ezekiel Elliot situation, I think, to be honest with you, I wouldn't say it's fair or not fair. I mean, when we look at it from a standpoint of it's fair or not fair, and we're looking at it from just right or wrong, you know, being suspended for him not being charged with something is kind of outrageous. But he violated the NFL's code of conduct policy. It is something that his job has in place. Just as like if we have, like, and this is like, it's anything. And I even surmise that situation with us. And we look at it from a situation there, certain, like with us being here with Legacy.
Okay. My question, what's the code?
Well, the code as far as just the violation of, if you violate what they call the shield, personal conduct situations like what he has transpired when you're accused of certain things that what they call, in essence, make the league look bad. From a situation from domestic violence, it can be, you know, drug use, this, that, and third, that have different policies in place. And it's pretty much self-explanatory as far as, you know, personal conduct. He, you know, from that situation, that's what transpired. And they looked at certain evidence, and they had a panel of 4 people that looked at it. Of course, they had several people from the NFL that's on the panel, and even people, I think it was a lady, matter of fact, give me a moment, I can also check who was on that list. Because they have a 4 committee situation where they have Peter Harvey, a former Attorney General of the state of New Jersey, is on there. Also a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. A CEO of Women of Color Network, and a former U.S. Attorney and former chair of Securities and Exchange Commission. So they got guys on there that have done their due diligence with this investigation. And with it lasting a year, it was one of those things that was very odd that it lasted for this long, for an investigation of this magnitude. And then we still got to think about the fact of the legal situation where this was in 2 different jurisdictions. He wasn't tried. I mean, he wasn't convicted of a crime.
So these people that made the decision, are they of the NFL or are they just some outsiders that they hired to investigate?
Well, they are a part of the committee of the NFL. Okay. So they are entrenched where when we have these, they are the panelists. So say, for instance, if another NFL player was in the same predicament, there'd be the same 4 people that are going to be they're going to be a part of this investigation.
He knew that they were investigating?
Oh yeah, he was well aware of it.
So
because they showed the document that was sent to him. They showed different instances and different times of when they talked to Ezekiel about certain situations, and then they've done course information from the ex-girlfriend, like medical records. They looked at, so they kind of scoured through it. But my only thing is, in the grand scheme of things, it is wrong that when you think about it from the grand scheme of things, that okay, well, he's charged. He's charged for this. He was never charged in the legality situation, but this is the NFL and their rules, which is unfair, but it's a part of it. Just like before we, it's just like with us. And like I said, we both do shows here on the network. And there are certain provisions in our contract that we have to obey. Certain things, just like anything like if it's a certain provision here that's prohibited, it may not be prohibited everywhere else. But that doesn't mean that I can do that particular act here or outside and I won't be punished for it. It's just like everything. It's like everything in life. Like, you can go 45 and the 50 all you want to, but if you go ahead and 25, you're doing 45 and you get caught or you get investigated. It's something to that. So
do you think he should have, this last year, especially being that it was such a productive year for him, that he should have calmed himself down?
Well, this is what it is it's a teachable moment for him.
Okay.
But you think he would have learned the situation that happened in St. Patrick's Day, even though they're not relative, but if you know you're subjected to an investigation, you kind of, even though, and that's my thing, and that's why a lot of people don't understand, even though he started with good, clean, honest fun, which we live in an era now where everybody has a videotape. So it's hard to kind of look at it from that standpoint. Of course, and I always said this even too. With our age, we didn't have to worry about this type of stuff. You can probably do stuff where Ezekiel Elliot did on St. Patrick's Day, that parade, and you would never seen it. But now we're living in such an age where everything you do is being videotaped, even though due to no fault of his own. But that is another portion of the investigation. It's just like everything. This is like if you, like say for instance, I'm not trying to bring up the legality situation, but like say for instance, if somebody was on probation and and they violate doing something that's unsavory, even though it's not illegal, but it's unsavory. But it's what it is. It's just it adds to the litany of the investigation.
You think he should just put himself on punishment?
I'm
sure he had people around him say, "Hey man, look, blah blah blah."
And that's my thing with being young like that. I don't think and it's hard to, and I'm not trying to say like he needs to be insane or whatever, but it's just one of those things where it's like he needs to understand now that everything that he does that are outside the confines of his four walls or whatever, that you run the chance of it being videotaped and being on TMZ, because we live in such a world now where everybody's ready to take those proverbial shots and sell them to, these gossip sites or whatever, and you're like the fodder that people talk about you going forward. So it's just one of those things where I just think this is a teachable lesson for a lot of guys in this league, especially, guys coming up. It's a very teachable moment. But I still think at the end of the day that this suspension is going to be, it's going to be reduced. I think most of the day, I think they're just doing that in essence to just, that's just their standard, and then from there they're going to work their way towards having a reduced sentence. Okay, not sentence, but more so a suspension.
So, how do you think them boys is going to do without?
For the most part, you know what? I don't really think, to be honest with you, it's really going to affect them. Like talking about it, like people think. From what I've been looking at the schedule, I think they'll be fine, because I think with their offensive line, they do have a pretty good offensive line. A lot of people say it's the best, but I don't think it's the best. I think the best one besides 95 North, but that's just me. But anyway, back to the point. So anyway, so I think with them, and then you have a guy like a Jeremy McFadden, and also you got Alfred Morris. So I think those two will be good for what they're doing, because I think with them, they have such a good running game that I think that's going to help neutralize everything. They're going to miss Ezekiel. I think he's going to miss those. He gives you those nice chunks. Like I always say with them, when you're in a 3rd and 7, he can get you those 7, 8 yards, or you're in 3rd and like mid, where you're like 36, he can give you those yards on 3rd down, what have you. But you got guys, you're just not gonna have a home run hit, but they're gonna be the guys who are gonna be like that's gonna run the ball down your throat. They still got some good running backs on their squad. So, so I don't think they're gonna miss a beat. I think it was more, I think they'll be fine.
So I guess my next question, which we're going to the next topic, is: do you think there's a really big transition that you have to have from college going into the pros? Like your mentality really have to be there.
I think it's going to be even more because I mean I think you're almost in a sense you're dealing with almost it depends on where you went. Yeah. Especially like a guy like Ezekiel Elliot who went to a high profile school like Ohio State, which in Columbus is pretty much like a professional team. Yeah. And most of these college towns that you're in that are very successful, they're pretty much like a pro team. I mean, like you look at like teams like Penn State, and you know there, and like even now you can think look at UCLA and USC, which even though you do have two franchises in Los Angeles now, but I mean they're a lot more popular than the NFL teams when you're looking at those. So I think this is one of those things, like you said, and I think it's even more on the scope because at least with college. The NFL is pretty much letting you know we're not playing these type of games. Yeah, because like we look at it, and I'm not trying to say that he got away with what he got away with, but we look at what I call not the burden of proof, more so of just if we looking at now, if we look at what happened as far as the investigation, what they found, a lot of that stuff happened in Columbus, Ohio, and Ohio State. So of course. Was some of that stuff swept under the rug in college versus now where it's reaching its ugly head where you're more inclined to get away with stuff in those smaller rural towns because he is the de facto star. Because when you look at it from that standpoint.
He also plays for one of those teams that's marquee teams for for the NFL. Yeah. So and they looking at him like he's a big accent. So he's gonna have to clean up a little bit. He's gonna have to get a better team.
And that too. That's the thing. He just needs to just learn from this and grow from it. I mean,
because sometimes once you try to shelter a person, they can lose something.
True.
You know what I mean? So they maybe he needs to calm down just a little bit, but get a better team around him.
Yeah. And he will. I think he will with time.
But football school to work.
Yeah, man. So definitely shout out to Josh Rosen. Right. He also that was interesting. What his take about him. Of course, he's UCLA quarterback who possibly might be going to one of these teams in our Couch Coach Live NFC West preview at the bottom of the hour. Which we kind of previewed that a little bit. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, he said football and school don't go together. And he said that if Alabama raised their SAT requirements, they would be as successful as they are.
Wow.
And also, he did say that there are guys who have no business being in college, but the only reason why they're in college is because this is the only path to go to the NFL. Yeah. It's interesting. I think he has a point. I mean, people say like he's coming from like a sport athlete. But I think when you look at it from this grand scheme of things, to an extent, but let's be real. He's right when it comes to guys who I think don't belong in college just due to the fact because they have to be there. Mm-hmm. But that's on the colleges as far as getting them preparing them for the next level. I think they do a terrible job when it comes to preparing them for life. Because like they should have like a type of curriculum based on guys or with their aspirations. Like to me, I feel as though like if you were a guy that you think, especially football, because you have to be 3 years removed from your high school graduation to be in the NFL. So you should provide them a curriculum teaching them how to, I would say even stuff like help them as far as how they can transition to their career. When you're looking at teaching how to learn how to finance their money, teaching them how to do certain things,
teaching how to talk
down the mic, develop them with skills that they can translate when they become a professional athlete instead of putting them in like little stupid classes like horticulture. Sorry to our guys at West,
but like I said, man, I believe they don't want to tame them.
That's right. And that's the thing, that's where when people talk about Josh Rosen, it's kind of how you're saying it, but it's loaded. He's loaded with other wording.
But it's something that needs to be said.
It is.
It really is because think about really like Deion Sanders in his Hall of Fame. He talked about how they was doing AAU, And it's a lot for a kid that has very talented that have to do so much than schoolwork. And I'm telling you, by the time you get to college, of course they want to party hard and they're gonna push them to do that because they want them to be wild and want and have animal instincts and all that. You know what I mean? But to tame and then to go to college and do the full thing, and if you're doing it right,
if you're doing it right,
yeah, they're not. You know, he can say that they're not.
They're not, and that's the crazy thing about it. They really aren't, and that's the issue that I think Josh Rosen wants to really put it out there, because if there were other routes to get to the NFL, they wouldn't be going to college.
Let me tell you, it's a lot of things going with the NFL that they talk about. Because if they can go overseas to play,
just like with basketball, because I think that's how, and we always, down these kids for doing these one and dones, but they have to do what they got to do. That's why, like, a lot of guys are now going overseas, and I think that's the best thing for them, either that or the D League. We talked about that before, where a guy can learn how to, in essence, learn skills and learn how to travel and do it instead of going to class. And there's nothing wrong with if you want to go to class and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But is it going to prepare you going to the next level? Like, to me, especially like when you look at the college basketball aspect, where you playing 30, maybe 35, 40 games, and if your team makes a deep run going into the March Madness, into the Final Four, and pop paying maybe like 38, 39, 40 games to get into the championship. So then you go there, then the next year you're going to the NBA where you're playing 82 games and you're playing 4 or 5 games a week compared to 2 or 3 if that during in college. So of course that's why we always wonder why kids hit the wall so early, because half their season, when you think about it, they play 40 games. They're playing 40 games probably like right after like the first week of February. I mean, they've been playing like 40 games up until like February. I mean, you're looking at the All-Star break, second week of February, you're already playing almost 50 games. Yeah. So, of course, then we wonder why guys hit the wall. They're tired. Yeah, they're tired.
And I think that's why but that's jumping off subject. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like, it's really that the grueling NFL is going to have to reduce something, because a lot of people are retiring early. You know what I mean? Well, no, for real. A lot of, I went by my dad's and he was speaking on it. A lot of people retiring early because they're really scared of the issue that they're saying is going on. So it's something that they're going to have to change, because it makes you look at baseball and why they did it. You see what I'm saying? Because they had a grueling schedule too.
Yeah, but it's not as physical.
But it's grueling.
It's grueling. Yeah, I mean, especially dog days of summer, especially right around this time of year, where you're playing games, and you're playing the games tonight, and you probably got to play a game another like at 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, it can be,
but
it was true.
With the minor league, I think mentally it gets them straight. Yeah. You know what I mean? Gets them straight and prepared to get out there. Yeah.
Shout out to Michael Jordan. Jordan can do his thing, grab the bus, just establish our MJ.
But even when they get hurt, they still go to the minor league first and then make their way up. Yeah. So, I guess we're gonna go to the next topic.
It's Colin Kaepernick Rally, man. So I don't know. So I've been hearing some little rumblings that he might be going to New York on August the 23rd.
Is somebody gonna pay for you? No, I mean, man, look, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna have a microphone. I'm gonna have a Legacy T-shirt on / Couch Coach Live and little New Balance and stuff, and I'm gonna represent for the crew. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be.
Hey man, do your thing. Hey, like we said here, we engage in debate, and whatever you want to go for, we cool with. You roll, we rock with.
I do things differently. I do things differently. For me, I believe in something higher, and I sit still to see what's happening. You know what I mean? To see how things are going. Yeah. How things is going to work itself out.
And I think ultimately it's all this is for some odd reason, I'm not gonna say it's gonna work out on Colin Kaepernick's end. I still think to this day, and I say it today, even I definitely shout out, and I actually had the pleasure to go on the listening party check here on Tuesday nights at 7 on LexingtonRadio.com. Definitely shout out to our guys KB and Reeves. Yeah. And I even said on there, even to this day, today is August the 11th, 2017. Colin Kaepernick never play in that game. I'm gonna still continue with my stance because to me, I see the writing on the wall and I see that this isn't going anywhere.
So what writing do you see on the wall? I'm saying this because
the thing is because of everybody. This is my thing. So it's like if you make a decision, it's like okay, say for instance you had to make a decision. We all have to make decisions in life.
Yeah.
So most of the time when you make a major decision, you really don't tell nobody or you don't try to talk to people about certain things. So this whole like the Steve Bisciotti thing. We all know, and of course being there witness, watching the game last night, that Ryan Mallett is garbage. Ryan Mallett is garbage. Seeing him last night was like, dude, y'all need Colin Kaepernick in the worst way. Like, I was like, I pray. And I'm not a Baltimore Ravens fan, but Lord knows, if Joe Flacco's out, they're done.
I disagree.
They're done.
I disagree with you. I think they need to work with him a little while longer. And,
Ryan Mallett.
Yeah, and just one step at a time.
You know why he's saying that? He's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
You.
So we know why the real reason why you want Ryan Mallett as a starting quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, because you want to beat them 2 times in a row. That's what's going to happen. Ryan Mallett looked terrible last
and
night.
they deserve no disrespect to him. They deserve it.
Ryan Mallett looked terrible. I'm almost to a point where I'm like, damn, if I was like 30 or 40 pounds lighter and about 4 or 5 inches taller, I'd be out there trying to be the quarterback for the Ravens.
Is that bad?
It's that bad, y'all. I'm telling you, he looked like trash.
Don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them at all.
But to me, the whole thing with him, the Bisciotti thing is he's, talking to the, at this fan forum, and it's like, yeah, we're going to make this decision and pray for us. And I'm thinking to myself, pray. Like, really? And I understand, like, you go through these as an owner, you go through these conflicting things. Just like if I go through a situation or go through something where I need a decision to be made, you think I'm going to talk to a fan forum? If I have, like, oh, man, Sean, man, show in at 9 o'clock, man. Man, I want something for dinner. Let's pray for me. Let's pray on me. You decide what you want for dinner and you just shut the hell up. So that's my thing. Why are you bringing this up to a point like all you're doing is feeding us lip service? You're feeding us lip service. That's all you're doing. You're not. When he said that, I was like, this is bull. Like you just sitting up here, you sitting here, you don't even believe your own self when you're talking like that. Because why are you telling people to pray for you about a decision of Colin Kaepernick? You do it, you don't.
Because that's always this.
Right.
And that's always
and that's why I said,
go there,
and that's why I said writings on the wall. The writing on the wall suggests this. Because the way Ryan Mallett played last night, I'm like, anybody can be the quarterback for the Ravens at this point. I'm at a point where give one of your 5 running backs, they probably be a better quarterback option for them. So so what we're gonna do is take a brief time out. We'll come back. We'll preview the AFC West. We'll be talking about the Oakland Raiders, the Los Angeles Chargers, the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders, also the Denver Broncos and Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll be right back. This Couch Coach Live.